Hi, welcome back to the Cheshire TV show with Ian and Alex Story.
On this week's show, we meet Dot from Devenhams, which is the fab new cafe in Devenham, plus all the usual property bits and pieces, including just sold, fresh to market, and buy-to-let deals.
As well as our usual lifestyle feature. Enjoy the show.
This week, we went to meet Dot, who has recently opened Devenhams Cafe in Devenham. Let's take a look.
Hi, I'm here with Dot at Devenhams Cafe in Devenham. Hi Dot, thanks for taking the time to meet with us today.
You're welcome.
So obviously we're sat in the new cafe. How long has it been up and running now?
We're about into month 2.
Okay,
Yeah.
How are you finding it?
Really good, very busy. Yeah, I'm very well
it seems to be busy.
received.
Whenever we drive past, it's such a good central location here as well, isn't
Yeah,
it?
got a lot of people from the neighbouring villages also, getting people coming in from Kingsmead and Moulton,
Brilliant.
not just people from Devenham.
Yeah, because there's nothing really there, is there?
We're sort of on a walking route, I find.
Yeah.
People are going down to the river and then they're coming back here for the cake and the coffee in the
Yeah,
afternoon.
exactly. Yeah, well, I've just
really
sampled
good.
some of the cake
Yeah.
as well. And did you say you can hire it for? You can hire like a bit of a space, a table for baby showers.
Yeah, I mean we don't charge. We just take bookings in advance for a small deposit, and we just provide afternoon tea for baby showers. We've recently done a wedding shower, which was my first, which is sort of like the equivalent of a hen party, but without the alcohol.
Yeah, they're becoming a
and
bit
the
more
rowdiness.
popular. Yeah.
And probably geared to the more mature sort of lady.
Yeah.
So we've had one of those very recently, which was very successful.
Yeah.
I've got a booking coming up very shortly for a wedding breakfast, and we're also looking at doing some birthday parties for children after school.
It's quite varied then.
Yeah, so
You're finding you're getting quite a good sort of local business, or everyone just walking through?
Yeah, we're getting support from all the villages and all the local little businesses.
Yeah.
You know, they're all popping in, so
yeah,
it's
it's
great.
such a nice little feel in Devenham here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
And what's the inspiration behind the name then, Devenhams?
The name Devenhams, it took 11 days to come up with.
Yeah.
We had a name originally, but it was more geared to a wine bar, and we didn't want to give people that impression. So it took us 11 days to come up with a name, Devenhams. And what Devenhams actually means is a hamlet on the River Dane. Yeah, so that's the name behind, the reason behind it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell us a bit more about the produce that you source here at Devenhams?
Yeah, we like to support local businesses where we can, and currently we work with several ladies that do the baking for us. As you can see, we've got quite a good selection of cakes, and we try and alternate them. Each day we try to get a different cake in, because we have a lot of repeat customers. So we feel that we need to keep them, interested in what we have to offer. So each day we have a different selection. On the breakfast side, he's a personal friend. He has his own business in Chester. He has several outlets, and he's won awards for his sausage making, which is David Joinson. So we use him, and we're getting very good feedback on the quality of the sausages and the bacon, good thick bacon.
Yeah, I think you can tell when it's a superior quality, can't you? And I think people expect that as well.
That's right, yeah. And when it comes to the menu, we've been running with it now for 2 months. We keep tweaking it if we're requested. We haven't got something, we try and add that in if we can. We're increasing the sort of gluten-free side as well. We're getting a lot of customers now with sort of that requirement. So I've recently got an app on my phone, so I can always check the products to make sure that they are gluten-free. And we're looking now, as the weather warms up, what we want to do is we want to get more into sort of salads and ploughman's lunches, and probably move away towards, you know, sort of what I call summer foods.
Yeah. And you were saying about the opening times, it's quite fluid at the moment. Well, obviously it's still quite new.
Yeah, because we're quite new, we're trying to sort of meet the demand, and what we're finding is that it's sort of like 9:30 onwards, and then come about 4:30 when the children have all finished at school. You know, it goes very quiet, but should that change as the weather warms up,
of course,
we'll look to stay.
Lighter, you know, longer.
We're looking to open up the patio area at the side.
Yeah, I saw that.
So that'll be really good.
Yeah,
you know, families can come in, and probably we'll open a little bit later. So we're trying to not be rigid. We've got rigid hours, but you know, we're flexible.
Yeah. So, Dot, do you want to tell us a bit more about any upcoming planned events you've got?
What we're looking to do in the very near future is to hold a ladies' evening for fashion and makeup demonstrations. Got a couple of ladies on board already. Steph Fox, who you know, and Chloe Nash. I have a lady, a local lady in Northwich, who's going to do some makeup demonstrations. And then perhaps a little bit later on, as again, keep talking about when the weather gets better, I'm looking at staying open Thursdays, Fridays and Saturdays for tapas evenings.
Wow, fantastic. That's a really good addition, because
it is.
Obviously we've got the pub, but that's
right.
Traditional pub
food, and again it's something that we're sort of being frequently asked, you know, if we would stay open and provide sort of charcuterie boards, tapas, cheese boards.
Definitely.
So
we went to Define as well. It's a bit like that's what they sort of offer with the cheese counter there.
So we're looking at doing that, and then depending on how successful that goes, well then obviously we can look to make it a permanent feature. And especially with the ladies' evenings, I think probably every sort of 2 to 3 months we'll put on an event and keep doing something different.
Definitely. The opportunities are endless, really. Okay, brilliant. Thank you for taking the time to speak with us today, Dot. Now back to the studio.
Welcome back. We hope you enjoyed that. What a fantastic little business she's got there.
Yeah, she seems to be doing really well. It's busy all the time whenever I drive past. It's a really nice place.
Yeah, and she's got a few things in the pipeline, hasn't she?
Yeah, she wants to start doing tapas after, you know, say 6, 7 o'clock, with the weather getting a bit nicer now. And
yeah, fab.
Definitely.
Well, obviously we live in Devenhams,
yes,
so it's good. That's good news.
Yes, it's nice to have another option, isn't it?
Fab. Okay, so now it's time for my weekly buy-to-let deal. Cheshire buy-to-let landlords. I'm out and about again looking for good buy-to-let deals for your portfolio. This property behind me here is on the market on Middlewich Road in Woodheath. Now this is a 2-bedroom end terrace, and it's in very good condition throughout. It would rent straight away. You will get 575 per calendar month, which gives you a good yield of around 5.5%. You are within walking distance here of shops and schools, so it's a good potential and should attract tenants quite easily. It's on the market with Purple Bricks, and what I'll do is put the Rightmove link in the comments below so you can take a look for yourself.
Hope you all found that feature interesting.
Guys, landlords, if you have any questions relating to lettings in Cheshire, anything to do with buy-to-let mortgages or deals, please don't hesitate to send me a message.
And now it's time for our lifestyle feature. Hi everyone, we're here again at Gareth West Hairdressing in Knutsford. We have got a night off from bedtime tonight. Thank you, Mum.
Yeah, big thanks to Alex, Mum. We're here to speak to Gareth West again to launch a new product from Electric based down near London.
Let's go in.
Hi guys, we're back here at Gareth West Hairdressing in Knutsford for a product launch. Gareth, nice to see you again.
Hi Ian, how are you doing?
Yeah, really good, thank you mate.
Good.
So could you talk the viewers and myself through why we're here tonight
Yeah,
what
sure.
we're launching?
Yeah, so tonight Ian, we're launching electric hair products. We've got Mark Woolley here in the background. He's the owner, creator of the brand, but we've been selected to, for the northwest of England to be one of the only carriers of the product.
Okay, wow. Fantastic.
Yeah.
So it's new. Is it new to the market in the UK?
It is very new to the market in the UK. Yeah, so it's a British brand, and that's what they sort of, really sort of strive to sort of be. That they're strong British roots.
Okay.
All the ingredients, everything that's in those products is sourced within the British Isles. So I feel that in today's market and how trends are going, I think this is
that's the way forward, isn't it?
I'd say so.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah.
So you've worked with the products already, have you yourself?
I have, yes.
Yeah.
They're great. They're really good products.
Fab.
Cover all sorts of areas from anything you might need on the hair care sort of factor. From gents to women. There's everything there for you.
Very good indeed.
Yeah.
So who have we got here tonight then? Friends, colleagues?
A combination of friends, colleagues, clients. Just to come down and sort of have a few drinks with us and enjoy the scenario.
Okay, brilliant.
Yeah.
So what we'll try and do, what do you say the gentleman's called?
It's Mark Woolley.
We'll try and meet Mark in a bit then.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, guys. Hi guys, I've managed to catch up with Grace from Electric Hairdressing. Hi Grace, nice to meet you.
Hello, lovely to meet you too.
I know you're catching a train in
3 minutes.
back to Brighton.
Yes.
So we just thought we'd catch up with Grace quickly, just to say hello and find out a bit more about Electric. So
Yeah.
how long have you been there for?
I've actually only been there for 6 months. I started by being a hair model and I kind of fell in love with the brand. And I hung around long enough, started organising events for them, doing little odd jobs and freelancing things, and eventually they said you better get on board.
Okay, fab.
Yeah, it was amazing. It was
And you
great.
enjoy it. Mark's a good boss, is he?
Mark's the best boss. Yeah, I'm here drinking gin and tonic, so
That's
pretty
a good point. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. So what do you do within the company now?
I manage product
Okay.
projects.
Okay.
So I'll hang around Mark. We get to travel together, and we kind of bounce off each other. And when he has a vision, I try my hardest to put it into action.
Okay, fab.
I would
Sounds
say
really interesting.
it's great. Yeah, it's not all glamour, but I'd like to say it is.
So is it your first time in Knutsford?
It is.
Yeah? First time in
Beautiful.
Manchester? Or?
No,
you've
I'm
been
not
to
that southern.
No.
I've been to Manchester before, but not to Knutsford. It's a great village.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
Town, sort of
Town village.
Yeah.
Nice place.
Yeah, good.
Yeah,
Cool.
I like
I know Gareth's looking forward to having the product.
Yeah,
on
and we
sale
can't
here.
wait. It's such like an iconic salon, so we're
Yeah.
pleasured to be here.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Good. Well, it was nice to meet you.
Lovely to meet you too.
Great to catch up with Grace, guys, and we'll see if we can find a Mark to equip with him as well.
Hi, we're outside Gareth West Hairdressing in Knutsford with Mark Woolley and obviously Ian. Hi Mark. Do you want to talk to us a bit more about what tonight's about?
Well, we're over the moon to be working with Gareth and his team here in Knutsford. Our whole thing is about sourcing really great hairdressers around the UK who are doing exceptional things and choosing to collaborate with them. I think we're doing something very different with our product line. We keep calling ourselves the craft brewer of the professional hair market. So we have a farm in the south of England. We source all of our own raw materials, and we've got a good name in hairdressing, in British hairdressing, and we're increasing the size of our family. I think that plane might have just.
Yeah, is that okay?
That's okay. That's Knutsford.
Is it?
Yeah.
That was a fly.
time.
We arranged the red arrows earlier, to fly
Shall we
by.
start that again? Can you hear it?
No, just carry on.
Yeah.
I think I've known Gareth for a little while. Obviously, he used to be in London, and he's a very well-respected hairdresser himself within the industry. So we're choosing, to work with people like that and expand out of London.
Yeah.
And I think it's a collaboration. Don't see us as a product company selling products to people. I see us as people who are working with like-minded people.
Okay. And about the products have been quite a long time in the making then.
Yeah, each one takes us almost 2 years, because we formulate it ourselves. We work with one of the world's best chemists, but here in the UK.
Yeah.
And then we source every ingredient and raw material from here in England as well.
Gosh, wow.
Tell us more about your place. Is it in Sussex?
Yeah, it's it's funny because I grew up actually in northern England in a small town. I couldn't wait.
I didn't think you sounded like a southerner.
I know, I've never shaken it, which is a good thing.
Yes, very good thing.
And I couldn't wait to, when I was a kid, be in London and all of that. And we kind of, got kids now, and it's nice to be in the countryside.
Yeah, of course.
And we've got this destination that we want to make it a global destination for electric, and we see it as what Abbey Road Studios was to the Beatles, or what Paisley Park was to Prince. But it's creativity. Weirdly enough, every farm around us, we're in Sussex, every farm around us has become a vineyard, because of the slight climate change and high chalk content in the soil.
Okay.
Every farm around us has become a vineyard, so where they're all about champagne, we're all about shampoo, so it's good.
Yeah, really interesting. That's good, we're going to have a good night here.
Oh, can't wait.
So we'll head back in and get another drink. I hope you guys found it really interesting. Welcome back. We hope you enjoyed that lifestyle feature. And now it's time for Just Sold. Hello and welcome to Just Sold. This week's Just Sold is in Knutsford. The property is number 13 Woodvale Drive, and it sold for £965,000 last year. Let's take a look at the photos. This is a beautiful period 5-bedroom detached house just off Toft Road, right in the middle of Knutsford. It's about a 5-minute walk to the train station. The property sold with Andrew J. Noel. Now, if we look inside, that hallway is absolutely stunning. They've obviously completely refurbished all the banister rail. But my favourite room has to be that kitchen. Look at the size of the island. It's an absolutely beautiful space with bifolding doors out into the rear garden. And then my favourite aspect of this property really is the garden itself. You can see that it's been landscaped, it's private with a lovely large lawn area if you've got children, and a fantastic patio space for entertaining. That was this week's Just Sold. Now it's time for my market update. Hello and welcome to my CW6 market update for April 2019. I'll be producing one of these every month to keep you up to date with exactly what's going on in your local housing market. Please like and share so that other people can be kept up to date as well. A great way to take a snapshot of the market to see how buoyant things are is to compare the percentage of properties that are under offer to the total housing market stock. Currently, 27% of the total properties on the market in CW8 are under offer, slightly down from 31% in March. This still represents a reasonably healthy market. Most estate agents will be happy with this sort of percentage under offer on their own stock. Going into more detail, I'd like to look back to April 2018 when there were 234 properties on the market in CW6. This is compared to 227 in April of this year. So the market in April this year, in terms of stock, is incredibly similar to 2018. There were 43 new listings in April last year compared to 38 in April this year. 25 sales agreed in April last year and 24 in this year. This should give you confidence as year on year the market is very similar and stable. The main negative change, however, this year is that price reductions are up, with only 16 in March and 22 in April. This means that agents have overpriced properties more than they did. Overvaluing always leads to a lower achieved price for the house seller. This, of course, doesn't tell the full story. It's important to look in more detail at the housing market and what's more relevant and important to you as the homeowner is current and latest asking prices, selling prices, and how long properties are taking to sell. I'm also going to break this down into the type of property. One big difference between this month and last month is that average asking prices in CW6 have gone up by 25,000. It currently stands at 551,000 compared with 525 in March. Broken down into the two most popular house types in the area, the price of average detached houses has gone up by 11,000, rising from 663 in March to currently just over 664 in April. As for semis, the average price has risen by 10,000 from 316 to 326. However, it's very important to compare this to selling prices. For detached houses in January 2018, the average selling price was just over 425, and in January 2019 it stood at 511, a rise of just over £86,000. This makes for great reading if you're looking to sell your CW6 property. There is confidence in the market if asking prices are going up and selling prices are hugely up year on year, with 20% higher prices for detached houses. It's also important to look at how long these properties are taking to sell. These figures are for the total time from a property being listed to being taken off the market and the buyers moving in. For the last 12 months, from April 2018 to April 2019, detached houses are taking 25% longer to sell than in April last year. Yet semis are, funnily enough, selling more quickly, with a 15% speed. Please let me know if you'd like help and tips on how to increase the speed at which your home sells. Now, what about the properties that haven't yet sold? I've looked at the most reduced properties in CW6, and today there are 21 unsold properties which have been reduced since they were first marketed. The average reduction stands at just over 7%, which, based on the average CW6 house price of £551,000, means average reductions of around £40,000. This is broadly similar to last month, however, but really does show how much overvaluing goes on. In summary, the CW6 housing market is in excellent shape, with asking prices up, but more importantly, selling prices up by a very healthy percentage. However, it is taking longer to sell your CW6 property, which you do need to consider when deciding to put it on the market. Overall, you should have confidence when marketing your property in CW6. Please like and share this report so other CW6 people can also be kept up to date, and don't hesitate to send me a message. For more information on Cheshire-based property, please visit the CheshirePropertyBlog.com. Welcome back. I hope you found that market update interesting. If you've got any questions, please don't hesitate to get in touch.
And now it's time for our feature, Fresh to Market.
Cheshire home buyers, I've noticed this stunning property behind me here, which has recently come onto the market on the edge of Northwich. Now, if you're looking for a period family home, the Crescent is one of the best places in the area for fine Edwardian and Victorian houses. This mid-terraced house, as you can see, is quite large. It's laid over 3 floors. It has 3 bedrooms, and it's come onto the market with Wright Marshall for £399,000. Now, you're a very short walk here to the river and about 5 minutes into Northwich town centre, yet the road at the end here is blocked off, so it's a no-through road, therefore obviously less traffic. I'll put the Rightmove link in the comments below, but really worth a look if you're looking for a period house in the area. I hope that you agree with me that that's a fantastic new property to the market in Cheshire.
Thank you everyone for watching. See you next week.
Bye.